Coach Jason Kreis. Jason, can I start with your thoughts on that?
No, I just prefer questions.
Dare I ask, what are your thoughts on that?
You're really funny.
I'm sorry. What did you think of the performance from the guys who you said would probably have to step up, especially the Sabo line?
Important. I think it was important that we get really important goals from Fabio Espinola and Javier Morales. It would have been nice to cap it off with a goal from Paulo Araujo as well. But all in all, I think we got big-time plays from a couple of big-time players there in the attack end of the field.
You got those goals early. How important was that tonight?
I think it was big. I knew it was going to be difficult for us after a long flight from Panama on Wednesday. It was, I think, critical that we scored early and put ourselves in a position where we didn't have to kind of struggle for it in the end. Oh wait, we did have to struggle for it in the end on the other side of things. But it was nice to not have to try to be putting on all kinds of attacking substitutions to try to find a goal for once.
Was it a welcome sight to see Spindola shake off that scoring drought and nearly sink 3 goals tonight?
Yeah, for sure. I thought he was really bright in and around their goal. On a different night, he walks out of here with 3 goals. It's an easy night for us. But it's a step in the right direction, very much so. And I think that his confidence should improve from here on out.
Struggled again late, like you mentioned. Can you talk a little bit about what happened? Was it fatigue? Was it just kind of falling asleep, or what was the situation?
I think it's a little mix of everything. I think 2-0 lead, I think, is one of the most dangerous spots you can be in as a soccer team, because you just have this tendency, no matter what you say or how you talk to the players or hear them talking to each other, there's just that tendency to just relax and feel like that it's going to be an easy night. And Portland wasn't prepared to relax. They weren't going to give up the game. They were throwing lots of numbers in their attacking half of the field and serving balls into the box, and that's where the goal came from wide service into the box that we don't do well enough finding our marks in there. So yeah, I think Portland, let's credit them. I think they made it difficult for us.
We see a sold-out crowd here, 20,000, first home game in a while. What is that? What do you think that plays to the players, that crowd being sold out tonight?
It's important. I think that we're growing accustomed to having sellouts here, and I think that's a very good place to be. I'm hopeful that we're never going to take it for granted, because I really feel like it's important for us. It's important for, as everybody knows, we have a pretty good home record, and I feel like the crowd plays a very big part in that.
Jason, what did you like best about your effort in the offensive end and the attack end? Was there one thing that stands out?
I think that we just got more numbers involved tonight. I think there was more options for players when they were on the ball to find passes. I think that we created a lot of very good chances through just passing and moving and being dynamic in the attacking third of the field, which is what I prefer. So, of course, I wish that we had scored a few more. We made it more comfortable for ourselves, but we didn't. Again, we were moving in the right direction.
Jason, both goals came out set pieces again. And how important are your set pieces, and how often do you guys work on those?
They're important, for sure. And I would say that it's not something that we focus on. And maybe it's something that we could try to focus a little more on. I think that both of those goals came from just special individual plays. It wasn't like a set routine that we worked on in training. Spindler's strike was fantastic. Javier's, I think, one-upped him a little bit. I think that there's room for improvement on some corner kicks still, because there's some goals that need to be scored, and we're typically a team that scores our fair share of goals off corner kicks, and we haven't done that in a long time.
Okay, so was that play on the free kick that got Fabian a goal? Was that maybe designed to kind of hopefully get him going if you got a good chance? Or was it
I don't think so. I think it's just a discussion amongst the guys out there, and Fabian probably stepped up and said, hey, I'd really like to get a strike here, and I think they just sorted out how best to make that happen. So, but I don't think it was in anybody's intent to try to bring Fabian out of things.
Jason, it's the third straight year of 15 victories for the team. How does that speak about the consistency of this team to deliver results both at home and on the road?
I guess we should be proud of it. I wouldn't say that I actually knew that until you said it, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to be, we booked our playoff trip tonight too, right? For 5 years in a row. So we're obviously doing some things right. We do need to occasionally stop and smell the roses, I guess, and appreciate the hard work that the guys are putting in. And it's a lesson for me, maybe, to not be so critical all the time.
Jason, you could be in second place by the time the games are over tonight, even alone. Are you comfortable with your position in the table right now?
No, at the moment, before the kickoff tonight, we were in fourth. We've done a lot of talking already, and I'm sure we're going to continue to talk, that that's not going to be good enough for us. It's going to make things really, really difficult, we know that. So we're striving to get up to at least third or second.
How big is it to get goals from someone other than Saverio?
It's huge. It's huge. Like we said at the beginning, I think it's we need more guys to chip in. We need to be more dynamic in the attack. And I'll tell you what. I mean, if we were scoring 4 or 5 goals, 2, 3, 4 goals a game, and Sabo scores them all, I wouldn't care because something's going right. If we're getting a lot of players involved in the attack and he just puts the final touch on it, that would be fine by me. But we still haven't been getting the right numbers of players involved to be dynamic and to really cause our opponents difficulties in the defensive third of the field. So it's not just the goals, but it is more players involved in the attack tonight. I think you saw that. I think you saw, Will Johnson have a half chance or a full chance, Nick Grabavoy in the box with a full chance to score, and that's what we need.
You mentioned yesterday that Sabo was maybe in contention to play tonight. How close was he? When was that decision made?
I told you yesterday it came down to very much the truth that we walked into him, had a meeting with him in the office, and he looked at him. I said, "You want to play, don't you?" "Oh yeah, I want to play." "You want to start?" "Oh yeah, I want to start." I said, "And Tyson, if he falls down, could he injure his shoulder more and be out the rest of the season?" "Oh yeah. Okay, then we're not playing." We weren't going to take that risk tonight. This isn't the end-all, be-all game for us. If it had been, maybe we would have, because he really, really wanted it. And I think that I have a tremendous amount of appreciation for somebody that really, really wants to get out there and help the team. But a decision, the right decision for the team was to not risk him.
Jason, can you talk about how big Nick's performance was tonight? Not looking past the goal he let in to the shots that he stopped.
I think he had 3 unbelievable saves tonight. The last home match was the same deal, 2 or 3 unbelievable saves. And we're going to need that, quite frankly. I think it's terrific. My hat's off to Nick, and continue to do it. All of the guys, I think, need to look at that performance, and also, what Javier did tonight, what Fabian did tonight, and say, hey, we all need to step up now and make plays.